The Ogre and the Cock. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful valley in Japan, surrounded by beautiful mountains. The mountain was so high and steep that it seemed to touch the sky. And on top of the mountain, there lived an ogre. He was a terrible ogre, with blue skin and a single horn growing out of the top of his head, and he was always doing wicked things. One morning, the farmers living in the valley below went out to work in their fields and found that all their vegetables had been ruined. Somebody had pulled them up and trampled them until there was not a single good one left. Who could have done such a thing? They looked very carefully, and sure enough, it was that wicked ogre. They could see prints of his big feet all over their fields. This made the farmers very angry. They were tired of these ogres' tricks. They looked at all their ruined vegetables and became still angrier. Then they looked up at the mountain and all yelled at the same time, "Oh, you wicked ogre, why don't you quit doing these wicked things?" The ogre looked down at them from the top of the mountain and answered in a terrible voice, "You must give me a human being each day for my supper. Then I will quit bothering you." The farmers had never heard of such an impudent ogre. They shook their tools at the ogre and roared, "Who do you think you are, wanting to eat a human being each day?" "I am the great ogre in all the land," the ogre roared back. "That's who I am. There is absolutely nothing I cannot do." "Ha ha ha!" The ogre's voice echoed loudly through the mountains, making all the trees sway and toss. "All right then," yelled the farmers. "Let's see if you are so wonderful. To prove it in a single night, you must build a stone staircase of 100 steps from our fields all the way to the top of your mountain. If you can do that, then you can do anything, and we will just have to do whatever you want." The ogre yelled back, "I promise I will do it. If I haven't finished the stairway before the first cock crows in the morning, then I promise to go away and never bother you again." As soon as it grew dark that night, the ogre crept into the farmyard and put a straw hood over the head of every single chicken so they could not see when the sun began to rise. Then he said, "Now I will build that stairway," and he set to work very hard, building a stairway right up the mountain. He worked so hard and so fast that he already had 99 steps in place. Then the sun began to rise in the east, but he only smiled to himself, thinking that the cocks would not crow at all and that he would still have plenty of time to put the last stone in place. But there was also a beautiful fairy who lived on the mountain. The fairy had been watching and had seen what a mean trick the ogre was playing. So while the ogre was going down for the last stone, the fairy flew down and took a hood off the head of one of the cocks. The cock saw the sun rising and crowed loudly, "Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo." This woke up all the other cocks who had thought it was still night because of the straw hat that was over their heads, and they all began to crow. The ogre was very surprised when he heard this. "I have lost," he cried, and there was just one more stone to go. But even ogres must keep their promises, so he stroked his horn very sadly and went away, far into the mountains. No one ever saw the ogre again, and the farmers lived happily beside the mountain. They finished the stairway up the mountain and often went up it on summer evenings to enjoy the view. Thanks for listening. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.